It is First Chapter Friday once again. This week I am going to read the front flap and the prologue of The Talent Thief by Mike Thayer. Tiffany Tudwell is cursed. She once tripped over a backpack and fell face first into a trash can. She had pink eye on her picture day. One time she tried to hold back a sneeze and farted on the cutest boy in class. She longs for the spotlight, but knows it's safer to stay hidden in the shadows where the curse can't reach her until no one can make fun of her. Until the night two meteors collide over her backyard, giving Tiffany the ability to steal people's talents for a day. Like stealing Mean Girl Candace's beautiful singing voice in the middle of rehearsal, or drawing an incredible self-portrait after borrowing the teacher's pencil. Her power even gets the attention of the most popular boy in school, the smooth-talking Brady Northrop. But her powers can't solve everything, or can they? When a local philanthropist announces a fundraiser contest, Tiffany, with Brady's help, decides to use her powers to save her dad's failing planetarium and maybe discover her own talents along the way. Here is the prologue of The Talent Thief by Mike Thayer, published by Fywell and Friends. With her dying breath, cursed it's called. With her dying breath, my loving sweet grandma left me with something I never expected, a curse. Tiffany, Mimi whispered, her soft wrinkled palm cupping my cheek. Be brave. Let the world see my shining star. Her last words were hardly audible as she relaxed back into her bed, her hand slipping from my face. She was gone. That was 2 years ago today. And look, I get it. I know it doesn't sound like much of a curse, and I'm like 65% sure legit curses aren't actually real, but I don't know how else to explain my sudden turn in bad luck over the last 730 days. I haven't even hit puberty yet, like a handful of other 12-year-old girls, so I can't blame it on that. I'll prove it to you that it's a curse, not that I haven't hit puberty. That would be weird. Let's just go straight to the dictionary and see if what my grandma said at least fits the definition of a curse. Was it a solemn utterance? Check. Has it inflicted harm and punishment upon its intended victim? Double check. Did it invoke a supernatural power? Okay, maybe not literally, but I will let my track record speak for itself here. I know my grandma was only trying to get me to come out of my shell a little bit, telling me to be bold, to let the world see the real Tiffany Tudwell. As some kind of motivational poster or meme, that all sounds dandy. In practice, however, things have played out. What's the opposite of dandy? Undandy? Anti-dandy? They've played out poorly, let's just say that. Over and over again. Don't believe me? Well, I've got 3 journals full of this stuff, so buckle up. November 17th of last year, I was a bit under the weather and had a couple of sneezing fits. The first time, I blew straight through my tissue and covered my hands in snot. The second time, I somehow missed the tissue and shot a giant wad of mucousy goo on Ellie Bird's leg. Then, fearing another snot rocket, I tried to hold back my sneeze, but ended up pushing out a fart right as Barry DeLuca, the cutest boy in class, was bending down to pick up a pencil. Yeah, that's right, I farted directly into the face of the cutest boy in class. Can anyone else claim that one? And that was just one day. Thumbing through the rest, we got other classics. On September 5th, I tripped over a backpack and fell face first into the trash can. March 23rd, I was too nervous to ask to use the restroom and peed my pants. And I've gone into the wrong bathroom, been pants in front of 100 students, had pink eye on picture day, and this isn't even mentioning the granddaddy of them all, the one that kicked this whole thing off, the time I became an internet sensation for all the wrong reasons, thanks to our evil popularity overlord Candace Palmer. But we do not speak of the Candace Palmer incident. When Mimi died, a counselor told me about the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I miss my grandma so much that it hurts, but I've accepted it, so I guess I'm at stage 5 there. With the curse, I seem to just spin around in circles on stages 1 through 4. At any given time, I'm confused, frustrated, trying to find meaning, and helpless. But I absolutely refuse to move to stage 5. I just cannot accept that Mimi would do that to me, not without some grand reason behind it all. For now, I've learned to avoid putting myself in situations where I'm exposed. No volunteering for stuff, no speaking up in public, limited eye contact with people. Since the Candace incident, I've even changed my hair and let my cool green color fade back into its natural brown. I've toned down the way I dress, put away my collection of funky earrings, and generally tried to blend into the background of life, which I realize is kind of the exact opposite of what Mimi wanted me to do. Look, what do you want from me? There's no need to keep trying to climb over the electric fence once you know it's got 10,000 volts of social embarrassment on it. There's nothing wrong with keeping my distance and trying to find the off switch. Luckily, Tudwells were built for punishment. Not the greatest talent in the world, but one that certainly comes in handy when you're cursed. Check out the rest of The Talent Thief from the Alameda Free Library.